of the Anonymous Gaming podcast. So, the first thing that we have that has happened this week is Doom Eternal is now on the Xbox Games Pass. What do you think about that, Raven?
I have Xbox Games Pass, so yeah, cool. But I've also already played the fuck out of Doom Eternal. I feel like everybody else who's was really waiting for it would have. So
Yeah.
it's it's cool that it's on there, but it's also everybody's already played it who wanted to play it. You know what I mean?
Was that a PC game before? Like it was just strictly
No,
PC or?
Doom Eternal was console. I had it on PlayStation, I think.
So has it never never been on Xbox before?
No. Yeah, it's definitely been on Xbox. It was a console game. It was PlayStation and Xbox and PC as well, I think. So it was
Okay.
on everything. So,
Oh, okay.
but it was just because it's now owned by Microsoft. They can put it on Games Pass, which means if you have Games Pass, you can play it for free.
Yeah, that's cool. So then we got a couple of other things with the Game Pass that went on this week. Dirt Rally 2. Was it 2 or 2.0? I didn't.
It says 2.0.
Okay, so Dirt Rally 2.0 is leaving the Games Pass this week, so you won't be able to play that anymore. Dishonored 2 is also leaving.
I really liked Dishonored 1, and I played that, but I, for the life of me, could not get in on Dishonored 2.
What is Dishonored? Is that a first-person shooter?
No. It's a first-person role-playing game.
Oh, okay.
You go around trying to you can either assassinate or choose to not assassinate these big bad guys that set you up to take the fall for assassinating the queen.
Oh, okay. Seems like it's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's got a pretty big following.
So what could you not get into on the second one? Just the story wasn't there, or
They just it had been a long time since I played the first Dishonored, and there was a lot of new abilities and stuff, and I was just and the new character that you could either play as the first character or the new character, and depending on who you picked, I think the other one would die.
really?
Yeah, for the story, and I was like, I just couldn't really get into it. Yeah, so
Yeah.
like that.
Yep, I know what you mean. So we also have some news on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Is it Ultimate or Ultimate Fighter?
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Okay, so their DLC fighter is Steve from Minecraft.
From Minecraft. It honestly still just blows my mind right now. It's so bizarre.
Well, and I'm gonna have to pull up a look at that because I haven't even really looked at Super Smash Bros.
Yo, it looks really weird too because it's got it's Smash Bros. And all that, but then it's got Steve and the Minecraft style, and it's so weird.
Yeah, I just need to see some pictures of it to get to know what it looks like. Oh, so
Yeah.
it basically looks like a fighting game with all of the original Nintendo characters.
Yeah, well,
right?
It's not all original Nintendo characters because it definitely started out like that. The first one was all Nintendo characters.
Yeah. So I see Sonic and I see I don't know what that guy's name is. But then you got that little a flower pot deal. Yeah. I think that's from Yeah. What's that from? Mario, yeah. And there's some other stuff.
It definitely has a lot of Nintendo owned stuff.
Yes. But they've incorporated a lot more.
Yeah, they've definitely gone they've got Snake from Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then they've got a lot. But
yeah,
having Steve in it, it had already been a meme for a while now. People are put Steve in Smash Bros. Put Steve in Smash Bros. And then they did it, and it just looks so weird. Him next to the people, the cartoony people.
Yeah.
And with his wacky graphics, it looks hilarious to me.
I'm looking at it now, and it looks like, are they gonna use some of a Minecraft map?
Yeah. So every DLC fighter comes in, the new ones come in with their own map.
Okay. That's
So
cool.
there's gonna be a Minecraft map, and I don't know if it'll like act like Minecraft. Like every time you do a new map, it'll be like a new seed and it'll look slightly different, you know, or if
Yeah.
they have like a rotating thing.
Hmm.
See, Smash Bros is a thing of greatness. Okay, Sleepy.
I think it's definitely weird. I think it's something cool to try, but
Well, so like, but the other thing is because part of his move set is that he can place blocks down, so he
really,
can pretty much change. Yeah, he can pretty much change the map to a certain extent. You know, however much
yeah,
they place,
dude,
however
that's
much they
awesome.
limit.
That's awesome.
So like, but so that means that when he comes out, the update for him, Sakurai said the chief designer said that they had to change every map. They had to like update every map to make sure that it could take Steve moving shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's
So
cool.
the new update that's going to come out is going to be super big because they had to update every map to make sure that it would take it.
Yeah, but the
And
maps
there's
for
like
that game can't be that big, right?
they're not that big, but there's a lot. Like because they've been adding maps in since the first one, like it changing stuff out. But
Oh,
now it's
okay.
pretty much so ultimate is pretty much every fighter, every map,
Okay.
every fighter, every map. Like all of them have their own music and all that. Like it's there's so much to it. Like there's just so much to it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Holy shit, they have so many fighters on there.
Yeah, it's like upwards of
16.
100.
I'm showing 69. Um,
Is it?
yeah, but that's just I don't know if that's all of them. That might just be like more of the original one.
Yeah.
Then they
Well, I know
have
they.
you can look
I
at it
think
by
you're right. I think
series.
Steve's like 70 something
Yeah,
as a
so
DLC fighter.
oh yeah, they got Metal Gear Solid, Sonic, Pikmin,
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Rob,
Like there's so much. They have
Animal
Bayonetta.
Crossing.
They have Joker from Persona 5, the MC from Persona 5. Like there's so many. Like the Banjo Kazooie, like the DLC fighters. They have the main character from Dragon Quest 11. Like it's so much.
Dude, they have Wii Fit trainers.
Yeah, they have Wii Fit Trainer. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's perfect, dude. Dude, I might
Yeah.
have to get this game. Or
Yeah,
can
dude,
you
it's
only play it on
only
like
on Switch though.
Nintendo? Oh. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
not
it's
getting
only on
this
Switch.
game. That's a lot of characters. 69.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they
Yes.
have a whole lot. And it's just
Okay.
really funny.
Yeah, I feel like that's something I could just kind of have fun with.
Yeah, it's like it there don't like there is a really big tier for it to like get professional, but it is at like
Oh, that
the lead
sucks.
designers because like last year's or the years before's Game Awards, it won for best fighting, and
Really?
Sakurai was like, "Oh yeah, we're so like honored that we won this for best fighting." But he said, "I've always said that it's not a fighting game; it's a party game. It's for you to have fun with your friends with, you know."
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it seems like. It looks like one of those games. It's kind of like Among Us for me. Among Us
Yeah,
is the game that I go
get
to
together
whenever
with
I'm
your
just trying
friends,
to hang out.
do some crazy shit. Yeah.
Yeah, whenever I play Valorant or I play COD or I play Grand Theft Auto, it's all serious. You know, it's like I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
but yeah, so that's pretty cool. I like all that. They also have Alex, the female skin from
Yeah.
Minecraft, the main female
Yeah,
character,
for
and
Steve, he's got some of his alternate skins. He's got Alex, the female character, the zombie, and a human-sized Enderman, because Endermen are usually like twice the
yeah.
size of
I think they
people.
should have kept him that big though. I think that would have been awesome.
That one skin, he's got like twice the hitbox.
Yeah. Yeah, like that'd be awesome. Or you just move the hitbox up or something. I don't know. I don't know. I've never played the game, so I can't really talk
Yeah,
about it.
well, it's like a fighting game, so like the hitbox has to be matching to the skin. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Because you
okay.
think you're hitting something, you know. But
Yeah.
if he's twice the size, he's gonna be like a big old hitbox.
That'd be awesome. Well, they could nerf him though. Like
Yeah.
they could make him like twice the size and then to really hit him, you have to hit him like in the chest or whatever, but then he just doesn't do any damage or something. You know, like that'd be
Yeah.
funny. That'd be cool, I think. I don't know. It's just I'm
Yeah.
just thinking. But yeah, so they got those 4 skins, I guess, total for that. So
Well,
that's pretty cool.
every fighter has 8, so I'm assuming each of those
Oh,
is going to have an alternate, like
oh
an
wow.
alternate color one.
God dang.
Yeah, each
Dude,
fighter
that's a
has
lot.
skins.
That's a lot of new fighters. So then if
Yeah,
you take so all 69 fighters have 8 variants, right?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a lot.
And some of them are just like color reworks, but there are other ones like Bowser Jr. All of his 8 skin variants are all of the Bowser kids.
Really?
So it like actually
That's cool.
changes the whole model and
Yeah,
the everything.
that's cool.
Yeah.
Bug said hi.
Oh, what's up, Bug? I can see
Yeah,
you. I'm watching the stream so I can see chat.
yeah. So then our
Yeah,
next
that's why I
point.
knew Sleepy said that Steve in Smash was greatness, and he's wrong.
I think he's right. I think it's awesome. I
I'm
think
just
it's
kidding. Yeah,
yeah.
and like I think it's neat, but I'm just not super into Minecraft. So like half of it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's Steve, all right, but half it's also like, from what I understand, like the Sakurai put out a video explaining all his moveset, and
Yeah.
like I've seen a lot of people that say his kit is like fucking crazy.
I guess for me, like it's just kind of cool seeing another character that doesn't belong in the game, like at
Yeah,
all, like
like just
completely
just
180.
totally different style.
Yeah, yeah,
Because
like
they've
it.
like Snake looks like Snake. Like he doesn't look like cartoony. Like he doesn't look like Mario. He looks like Snake. But
Right,
even then, like it's still like close enough that you don't really think about it. But
right.
Steve is just like he's a collection of blocks. Like he just
Yeah,
doesn't.
it doesn't
He
look
doesn't
like
look
he
right.
belongs. Um, I guess the next thing that we had to talk about for this week was Hyperscape, the newer game that Ubisoft came out with. Um,
That battle
they're
royale.
yeah, it's a battle royale. What do they
Yeah,
drop into a map? 100
yeah. No, I
or is
think
it
the
150?
max is because they do packs of 3, so I think the max is like 90 or something, or
Oh,
like
okay.
99.
But remember, they would drop you in with smaller groups too.
Yeah,
It was kind
they'll
of
just
cool.
drop you in up to a certain point. Like a lot of battle royale, I don't think they had enough. Like they knew that they weren't going to have enough as like a newer game, even though it
Yeah.
is Ubisoft, that they
Yep.
could like wait for all servers to hit like 99 to play. So they just,
Yeah.
you're here. There's 50 of you. Just go.
Yeah, but they drop you into a smaller circle.
Yeah.
With the
So
less
like
players, the smaller the
because the
circle.
way Hyperscape's map work is it's not like a circle. It's like every section is broken up, and then
Right.
as time goes by, that section becomes unplayable. And if you stay in it, you take damage.
Right.
So like if you spawn in with like 50 people, there's already like half of the map gone.
Right. Yep. It's pretty. I think it's definitely a cool concept,
Yeah,
but
no doubt. Like I thought that was really innovative in like talking about doing something for a battle royale instead of
yeah,
just doing a circle. Like everybody's got a circle. Everybody Apex has a circle. Fortnite's got the circle. Like everything's like, oh yeah,
yeah.
we just got a circle. It pulls you in.
PUBG, Warzone, everybody's done the
Yeah,
circle.
everything's just got a circle. But I thought that was really innovative in a battle royale to do like no, it's sections of area that guys they go away.
Yeah,
No, I do not know Rogue Company at all, Bug.
yeah. I was just about to say that. Like, what is Rogue Company?
While Bug
I'm
gets
gonna
back to
look
us,
it
Rogue
up.
Company. So the update, the Ubisoft has said that they've already like they know that it's a tough to get into for new players, and that because like the gameplay is so fast, like it's so ridiculous trying to track somebody because you can move so quickly.
Yeah, it's
So they
ridiculous.
said that they've acknowledged that it's hard
Hmm.
to what was it track, follow, and do consistent damage on people.
Yes. Yeah.
Third person Valorant. It sounds familiar. Like I know I've heard of Rogue Company, but I can't think of
Yeah. I'm looking at it
what
now.
it
It
is.
looks pretty cool. Like all their different um, operators or whatever they call them. They're
Right.
different rogues. I guess that's what they.
Right.
It's
Yeah. Yeah.
free
Yeah. Yeah.
now.
Yeah. I think I know what you're talking about.
Looks pretty decent. Um, some of these maps kind of remind me of Iron Sight. I don't know if you've ever heard of
Iron.
that game.
No, I've never heard of that.
It's a first person shooter that is like Call of Duty basically. But it's
Okay.
free. Like they literally copied COD and just made it free. So it's kind
Right.
of cool. There's just nobody that
Nice.
watches it on Steam or on Twitch, I mean. Um but yeah, that looks pretty cool. But
What's up,
so
Kelly?
so yeah, Hyperscape added a new respawn system.
Yeah, they're saying that they're gonna add in a different respawn, maybe like changing the respawn system or adding in like a new way on top of it. Because right now, the way you respawn in it is that if a player dies, they drop basically a respawn station, and
Yes.
you, as a ghost, have to go to that respawn station, and then one of your teammates has to come and respawn you.
Yes. And I didn't like that because you had to end up traveling so far.
Or you had to kill who was attacking you. Like if you killed a team, like if let's say one of your guys died, but you managed to kill a team, there's respawn stations right there. So yeah, it was
Right.
either trying to run to get to one
Right.
or take out the team that was there. But if you're down a guy, that's gonna be hard, you know.
Yeah, definitely. So
We've
they
had
did.
we like while we were playing it, we had some sick like mid battle respawns. We were like, yo, there's no one here, real quick, just come and get me.
Yeah. And then as soon as they respawn, it's like battle on.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was definitely cool. Like it was pretty fun, but it was just too hard to learn.
yeah, it was so hard to track people.
So they said they're gonna do the new respawn, and they're
A new
also
respawn system, and they're gonna add a new deathmatch mode instead
yeah,
of the Crown Rush, which is their battle royale.
right. Which I think is good. I think they need a deathmatch mode so that the
Yeah,
new players
I
can
think
just
battle
drop in,
royales are
learn.
so oversaturated right now that if it's gonna survive, it needs more than just a battle royale.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think they're about overplayed, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah. Like
Everything's a battle
the
royale.
first couple ones were so innovative. Like everybody was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! I can play with 100 other people. It's so wild, you know." And
Yeah,
now it's just like, "Oh yeah, everybody's got a battle royale."
yeah.
This fucking
Everybody.
Warzone was like, "Yep, battle royale. Like we're gonna have the
Yep.
thing. Yeah, it's got a battle royale." Like Black Ops 4 was all multiplayer and battle royale. It was like there is
Yes.
no single player for Black Ops 4. It was multiplayer battle royale. That was it.
What's the? Oh, it's Cold War. That's the new one that's coming out.
Yeah,
I
Cold War
wonder. I wonder if they have a battle royale.
probably. Like it's not like they really stopped. Warzone's got one. People play it. You
Yeah,
know.
it's kind of crazy to me. Like, I feel like we're split, and it's not an even split. It's more like an 80-20 split. 20% of us are like, okay, yeah, I'm done.
Well,
Like
it's like
I
I
don't
feel
want any
like it's
more.
gonna the first game that did a multiplayer deathmatch. It became a standard from then on. Everybody was like, dude, I can play with my friends. Why would I not? And
Yeah,
I feel like as much as I'm kind of overdone on them, a battle royale is going to become like that.
yeah, I could see that.
You know
I
what I mean?
I kind of
Like it's just going to become a thing that most games have. Like shooters. Shooters, you're going to have a battle royale. You're going to have a multiplayer. You can choose what you're going to do. You know?
Yeah. I like what Modern Warfare did with the Battle Royale, though. I think they did a really good job with their Battle Royale. And even with like
No.
their ground war, their bigger
Yeah.
multiplayer, they did
See,
such a good job
they had
by
the ground war because Warzone didn't come out until a bit into Modern Warfare, didn't it?
I'm not real sure.
Because I think they had the ground wars at first, and then they were like, yeah, now we're having Warzone, which is also because you can download Warzone by itself. Like you don't have to have Modern Warfare. You can
Right.
play
Right.
just the battle royale.
Yeah, and it's Warzone is actually free just by itself.
Yeah,
You don't have to
exactly.
pay for the
So I
game.
think that's what it's gonna be. Is it's gonna be like something. I think Warzone's gonna like maybe get updated to
Mhm.
go along with um that other one,
With
Cold
Cold
War.
War, yeah.
Yeah, I think they're gonna like update it to like have the guns that are stuff on that.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah,
That'd be cool. Or better yet, if they had two modes on it, two different maps.
yeah, doing like a Modern Warfare. Yeah, that might be because a new map would be really cool. Like do a
Yeah.
Cold War map
Yep.
because like a lot of places to like change stuff up have either Fortnite's changed their map so much, like
Right.
just from the
But
new
it's the
season.
same map.
Yeah, it's the same map, but like if you go back to it, you wouldn't like hardly notice it. And
Right.
like they took parts out and put parts in, and like it became pretty much an entirely different map. But like Apex Legends has like two different maps you can update, and there's rumors that for their new season they're gonna get a new map.
Really.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
so I think if Warzone, if they do it to just like update to Cold War, I think that's something they would do is get
Yeah.
a map.
Which I so what I was trying to get at with what I liked about Warzone's Battle Royale is and their ground war and everything is how they did it. They made Warzone this giant map, right? And it includes all of your multiplayer maps. Like they're sectioned off, you know what I mean? If you go into
Yeah,
multiplayer, you're still playing the
I
same
actually
thing.
that was a big thing I liked about it too. At first, I was like, "Yo, this is this multiplayer map that I was on. Like, I just played
Yeah.
this, you know."
Yep,
I think that's really cool.
and then Ground War they made it kind of thin and just long,
Yeah.
and I thought that was really cool too. I
Yeah,
think the way
honestly,
they
I've been
incorporated it.
playing a lot of Whole Fascination at War, and now that I play that, that honestly reminds me kind of like Ground War, but like being able to shoot faster. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Ground War was kind of the same thing, like longer maps where it's like two sides coming at each other. You know what I mean?
yeah, yep, yeah. Like that's pretty cool. I think the way they did that. So I think they're just gonna update it, give you another map for Warzone, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
Cold War themed.
Yeah, that'd be. I think that'd be really cool. I
Yeah,
think if I don't even like, I'll probably get Cold War just because everybody's gonna get it and it's something to
right,
play with people.
right,
So if I do, I'll probably like get Warzone again because I'll probably want to check out the new one.
right. I will most likely be getting Cold War. I haven't pre-ordered it yet though. I'm not.
I'll probably get it on console because it's just so much easier for me to play on console, like big multiplayer games instead of on PC because PC just takes so long to download,
Right.
and console at least like half of the things on disc, so it makes it less of a burden.
Yeah. Yeah, for somebody like you, that's a good thing to have.
Plus, fucking half part mostly everything, especially like Call of Duty and shit like that. They're mostly all cross-platform anyway, being able to play like
Yeah.
across from PC and Xbox.
I think that's an awesome thing, really. Everybody was
Yeah,
complaining about the skill gap that was in PC and console, and I don't believe in that. I mean, I think once you
well,
get to more like advanced stages, like more professional players, I
yeah,
think there
but
is.
like for your average everyday person, but like you also got to think console has PC has like better aiming, like hands down,
Right,
but
yeah.
console also has
Aim assist.
aim assist. Yeah, so that's gonna at least help close some of the gap that happens between like your everyday people, you know.
Yeah.
But like with everything online, there is the random chance that you'll just get logged into with a guy who just like goes wild, you know.
Yeah, dude, that sucks. Anonymous or Sleepy said he pre-ordered it and he got banned right after and lost his skin for.
Really?
Yeah,
What'd you
that
get banned
sucks.
for?
He I think he got accused of cheating or something like that, and then enough people
Wow,
reported him. Yeah, like he just
that's
got
wild.
super lucky or something, and they were all like, "Oh, aimbot," or something stupid like that.
Yeah,
So
creatures cheating in Among Us.
shocker. But I guess on to our next topic. Um, we have our PlayStation Plus free games for October. They were announced this week. Um,
Yeah, Vampire, which is like kind of a role playing game where you play as like Victorian England and you play as a doctor who gets turned into a vampire and tries to both find who turned him and stop. You can play it two ways. It kind of goes with you can try and figure out what's going on. Like you're gonna try and figure out what's going on. Like that's the main story. But in the meantime, you can like choose to feed on people or just straight up kill them or like there's all kinds of different things that you can choose. You know, like every I had it and I hate it.
yeah,
Uh, yeah, I had it and I just could not get into it. Like I didn't think it did a good job of pulling off their like morality scale.
I don't think you hate anything though, Raven.
Yeah, that's kind of true.
I think you like everything.
I get annoyed with stuff to a certain point. Like I got annoyed with Warzone, so I just stopped playing it. But like I don't hate it. You know, it's not like I'm like, oh, this is a trash game and no one should play it. I'm just like, it's not for me anymore. It's not for me right now. I may end up getting it back later.
Yeah, it's kind of funny.
But Vampire. I don't think they did a good job on doing their morality scale very well.
Right. Yeah, it's spelled weird too. I don't like that. That's like my
Yeah,
biggest turn off
it's
is
got
the
it's
spelling.
got a instead of something that's normal, it's VAMPYR, and it was like, why though? I think if I remember correctly, they used that in the game thing as your morality choices. They had the Y because on the title the Y is red where everything else is white, and then when
Yeah.
you do your morality choices, it has the Y. So there's always like three morality choices, like good, evil, or like mid. So they split it among the Y. It was really dumb.
Yeah, that sounds retarded. um, so then the other game that's coming out with it is Need for Speed Payback. Um, I don't never
I don't
played
really
it.
play racing games all that much, and I got one of the Need for Speeds, one of the more recent ones, and it was just like basically like Need for Speed as an Ubisoft game. You know, it's open world and you could like go and interact with stuff as your car. Like you never really got out of the car, but you would like go and you'd see something in your car, be like, oh, you found this thing. You know, like basically open world Need for Speed.
Right. Yeah. I I think I played one Need for Speed and that was it. And I think it's the same one that you're talking about, the open world type game. And
Yeah, yeah.
and
You could like go around the open world and then you would go to missions and they
yeah,
would have like little like here's a street race that you can do. You
yeah,
know, just for to raise your rank.
it's
You know,
like
you got it's got like a leveling system so you can get like cars and shit.
it's like Grand Theft Auto without being able to get out of your car.
Yeah, pretty
Right.
much.
That's how I
Pretty
felt
much.
about it. But
Well,
like
yeah,
I
yeah,
played that with
the
some
same.
friends.
Pretty much like all the multiplayer or all the open world games these days. You know, it's just
Yeah.
you go around and basically check off boxes of like I found this in this area. Everything. All the areas have like a set list of like there's this thing and that thing. You know.
Right. Yeah. So I don't think we need to. I mean, I've never played that Need for Speed, but I don't think we
Yeah.
really need to explain what Need for Speed is.
Yeah.
So
Need for Speed. Even though no one, you know, even if you never really played it, Need for Speed is it's a racing game.
yeah.
They're
Yep.
it's like the halfway point between like the really arcadey racing games like Burnout and the really realistic racing games like Gran Turismo and shit.
Yeah. Yep. It's a good middle ground. So I think our next thing is something that I'm kind of excited about. I'm like a really big hardware nerd, and it's Nvidia. Nvidia is delaying their RTX 3070s. They're really delaying that launch, and that's pretty.
Yeah, I'm not really big on hardware. Like I play on a gaming laptop just because I didn't want to have to like try and get into the the money sink that is, you know,
Yeah.
cutting edge hardware. But like even I had heard about that. It's big enough. Like the 3070s are big enough that like even
Oh yeah.
just like most news reports or most gaming publications were talking about. Yeah, it's been delayed.
Yeah. It's kind of fishy to me, because they delayed it until after the AMD's RDNA 2 release, or they call it Big Boy. AMD does every now and again. They delayed it until after that. So Verge said that they think it's because of the shortages from the 3080s and the 3090s that they decided to do it. I don't think
Right.
that's the case. I think Nvidia caught wind. So yeah, there is kind of a hard or a software bug, like driver wise, and they kept crashing. But also, some hardware, some of the AIB boards, the partner boards, they weren't making them good enough, and so they were crashing hardcore. Like you couldn't overclock them at all, and things
Right.
like that.
Yeah, I've
And
heard. Even though I've never really done stuff like that, I have heard about that before, where it's
right,
like the hardware is too good that you need to wait for something else that's also that good to come out to like
right,
split the balance. Otherwise, it just crashes shit because it's like trying
yeah.
trying to load stuff that the rest of it can't load. You know?
Yeah. So you see that a lot with like bottlenecking, which is like if your CPU is better than your GPU, yada yada yada.
Right.
But I think this case was just, they pushed it too fast. I think they
Right.
released it too quickly and they weren't ready for it. I think they were trying to get the jump on AMD, which they did, and I think it was the wrong move. I don't think their software department was up to par with their hardware.
Right.
So, but also, I think it's fishy. I think that them waiting until after AMD as their launch is like, ooh, let's see what they have, you know? Like there
Right.
might be something else. There might be more to be had.
Yeah.
So,
Kind of sketch about it. Be like, yeah, we're gonna wait until after this rival thing comes out. And
yeah.
Be like, yeah, ours is better. Fuck you.
Yeah, it's just sketch. But like AMD's new processors are supposed to be badass. Like they're supposed to be just the bomb. Like some of the best multi-threaded workloads that you could have. Like they're just supposed to be awesome. I'm a big Intel fan. I'm not a big AMD fan, but the new AMD stuff's supposed to be awesome. So
What is it? Real recognizes real.
yeah, pretty much.
and
Yeah,
it's still pretty looking good.
yeah, like definitely. I know. So the understanding basically is that Intel is better for gaming because they can get higher clock speeds, but AMD is better for like editing videos and um, stuff like that, rendering
Right,
stuff that takes more than 1 or 2 cores, and you
right,
don't need it to be clocked super high. So,
right. Okay.
but I mean, in the past, AMD's graphics
Rappers is
cards,
the only thing that comes from AMD.
yeah, and that's
Well,
what
it's
I was
also
just about
that's
to,
why I start fights.
yeah. But I mean, it's true. Their graphics cards are just lacking. I don't know why. Like maybe they just don't put the money into it. But I
Right.
mean, they might be onto something. So I guess we'll see. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think that's
Yeah,
like
that's
all
the
I
thing
had
with
on
like
that.
technology is like it a lot of it's changing so quickly that all of a sudden some newcomer comes out with like something crazy wild. Yeah, that totally changes up the scene, you know?
Yeah, yep. So I guess we're coming up on our final parts here. Um, we got some cool game releases for the past week. We had Star Wars um, Squadrons that
Right.
was released. Was that yesterday or the day before?
Yeah, it was Friday. It was yesterday.
Yeah. So that's just
I
like
was
a first person flying game. You're shooting and flying X Wings and TIE fighters, and they got different modes and stuff like that. It's supposed to be pretty
You
cool.
heard it sucks?
Of what?
Jelly Pasta heard it sucks. I haven't heard anything about it actually. Like I was actually really curious about it because I'm kind of a Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
I have Battlefront 2, and I like watching Star Wars most of the stuff.
Yeah.
Um, so I was actually really curious about it, but I'm not much of a flight sim guy. So I was like, if it was like a good game, I would play it. But if it was like really only in for the flight sim, yeah, meh. But I've heard, I haven't heard anything about it other than it's got the you can do like 5v5 X-wings versus TIE fighters, or you can also do like assaults on capital ships. And like as a Star Wars guy, I think that's pretty fucking sick. Like, I think that's like wild to see.
I think there was a Star Wars game I played back in the day, and basically it was kind of like Call of Duty, but Star Wars related.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you, Sleepy. I think the same thing. I'm not much of an I'm much of more of a prequel trilogy than an original trilogy guy.
Damn.
Okay. Yeah, I
Damn.
didn't I didn't get it. I was curious about it, but from a flight sim kind of thing, I wasn't really super big on flight sim stuff. Even like Star Wars Battlefront, I hardly ever do the ship fighting because I'm so bad at it.
Yeah, it was that. Maybe that's what it was. I mean, it was back on original Xbox, the Star Wars game that I played.
Right.
So I mean, it was old, or it might have been like the first 360s that came out. It's old.
What Star Wars game was it?
I don't remember. I was like probably 7 or 8,
Right.
but I remember it being badass. Yeah, it was probably one of those.
Yeah,
But we
the OG Battlefront games probably. Like I never played the OG Battlefront games. The first Battlefront game I played was 2. The Star Wars games that I used to play was Knights of the Old Republic.
I've never kept up with them, so I don't know anything about them.
Yeah, they were made by BioWare, which is the company that also made the Mass Effect trilogy,
Hmm.
and they were pretty much like Mass Effect before Mass Effect. It was like that
Really?
same kind of style
That's
and
cool.
role playing game. You go around to different planets in the Star Wars universe, and you played your own original character way before the real man played Lego Star Wars. Yo, fact though, Lego Star Wars were lit.
I've never played. No, no,
Oh,
no.
dude,
I
the
take
Lego
that
Star
back. I
Wars
take
games
that
are
back.
so good.
I played it like one of the demos at GameStop back in the day.
The original Lego, like the old Lego games, were so good because the new ones they just take like the voice acting from the movie and do it to like the Legos.
Yeah.
But the old ones, they didn't have any voice acting. They didn't take any of the stuff from the movie, so it was all like, and no one talked, so it was all like
Subtitles.
slapstick comedy.
Oh God.
like in the original in the Harry Potter Lego, when you're going with Hagrid to go to your the bank, he pulls like a rubber chicken out of his coat and shit. Like he just starts pulling like random shit out of his coat trying to find the key. Like they were so big. The original Lego games were so big on that kind of like slapstick comedy. It was so funny.
So that's what's wrong with this generation.
What else did we have come out? It was Star
We
Wars
had
Squadron.
Crash Bandicoot 4.
Oh yeah, Crash Bandicoot 4 about time.
Yep.
Yeah,
Um,
it was a big drop for like a lot of people considering like they had um the the remastered trilogy, the Insane trilogy, that's what it's called. The Insane trilogy, that was the first three games all together on one disc to play. Crash Team Racing remastered, pretty much like it was pretty much like the original one, but again, like they were trying to like drum up a lot of Crash hype, and then they dropped this new one. And I think like a lot of people were like, "Yo, this is what we've been waiting for. We thought this is what it was coming."
yeah, I remember playing Crash whenever I was again probably like 6 or 7, and I think I played it on PlayStation, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, Crash is a PlayStation exclusive.
Yeah. So yeah, I remember playing that on
Yeah,
PlayStation, like
Crash.
PlayStation
Crash
1,
was like
wasn't it?
yeah, Crash. The original Crash games were like the peak of the what's it called? The mascot platformers.
Yes,
Like
yes, yes,
it
yes.
was something that was really quick and recognizable. Like everybody knew what Crash was because
Yeah.
Crash was the thing. So that
Crash was
was
a
what
shit.
PlayStation. Yeah, that was what place. You saw
It's
Crash, you
like
got hooked.
Halo for Xbox.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember
Like
I had the PS1, PS2, PS3. So I was like, man, which PlayStation did I play that on?
yeah, Crash was an original PlayStation game.
Yeah.
Uh, I was an Xbox boy. I my first
Really?
console. Yeah, my first console was an Xbox, the original Xbox, and that's why I'm super big on Halo these days.
Yeah, I can't a new Halo's supposed to drop this year, isn't it?
Yeah, it was supposed to come out with the new console, but it's got delayed.
Yeah. So I read somewhere it got canceled, and then I
No, it's
also
not.
read it got
It is
delayed.
nowhere near canceled. It's not canceled. They would not cancel a new mainstream Halo entry. It just
I
got
think
delayed. Like they had they showed off the story trailer that they had.
yeah. Could you
Showing some of the
imagine?
gameplay,
Just
and
imagine
it
another
got
Halo 3. Another
that's
Halo 3.
that's kind of what they're going with though. Like that, the art style's gone back because like when after three, when you started getting into like 4 and 5,
Yeah,
and
they were garbage.
even Reach and ODST, they were less of that like cartoony style and more
Yeah.
of like a realistic, gritty style. And
Yeah.
with in Halo Infinite, which is going to be the new one, they've
Mhm.
gone back towards that Halo 3 kind of like more cartoony style. Like it's
Yeah.
really bright, vibrant colors.
Yeah. Like dude, I loved the whole like you had to play part of um the story. You could play the story and then you unlock these other like masks and armor and stuff and like
Right.
dude, that was so cool. Like if they
Yeah,
could
I
go
played
back to that, I would only play that game. And
even right now. So like they have the Halo Master Chief Collection on PC.
right.
It's got 1, 2, 3 Reach, and I think they just added ODST.
Right.
I've got the Halo Master Chief Collection on my console. I have an Xbox, but since it's backwards compatible, I also have Halo Wars. I even
Yes.
have Halo 4 and Halo 5. Like I'm even
Big
like a lot
Halo
of people
fan.
don't like Halo 4 and 5, but like I love Halo enough that like I'm
Yeah.
like even that people are like, yo, those were crap. But, like, no, it's
I
Halo.
feel you.
Like I'm still gonna play it. I'm still gonna
Yeah.
love it. It's
I
still a
feel
good
you.
game.
I so I believe that whenever they release it, I think they need to release it on PC too. Not
Oh
just
yeah, yeah.
because
Like it's definitely gonna be coming to PC
oh,
because like Microsoft has been moving so much
yeah.
toward
Really
being an app that you have downloaded rather than a console that you buy.
yeah. So in all honesty, I think that if Microsoft was smart, they would move in on Steam. They would try to take over Steam because then they've just cornered the market. They got half of the console, and then they got all the PC.
Right.
Like that would be perfect. And then half of
Well, that
that
would
stuff.
that would have been a good play. That would have been a good play when Steam was starting, but I think Steam and Valve are like such a monster right now. Like Epic's trying to like take them down as like having like we're another option. We've got these free games and all that, but
But they're not
Steam
big
is
enough.
yeah they are not big enough. But Steam, like even if Microsoft tried to like buy Steam, I don't think they could. I don't think they would. Like Steam knows that they have like that they wouldn't sell out because they could just keep they're basically farming in money at this point. You know they
Dude,
have to do
it
nothing
I don't
but
think
farm it.
I don't think it would take as much as you think. I think all they would have to do is start approaching these other companies. Like what's something that you get on Steam? Give me a good game.
Uh,
Hold Fast. Let's just say Hold Fast because you play that one. They
right,
approach the developers of that game. Say, hey, what's what's Steam giving you? Oh, they're giving us 30%. That's kind of like the
standard.
the standard for developers. And they say, all right, we'll give you 40% or 45%,
Right,
and
yeah,
and
just
then we'll
start
help you
taking
out.
away
Like
start taking away the developers instead of trying to attack the platform.
correct, and you don't
I mean
even
that's
have
what
to.
that's the same thing that Epic's going for. Like they're trying. They've got a lot of money off of Fortnite, so they're trying to do that.
Yeah,
Like they're
yeah, but
getting
they're
decent
gonna they're gonna lose the battle. They don't have enough money
yeah. Yeah,
because
you're right though.
like
I think if Microsoft wanted to, they could go up against Steam and take it down.
yeah, because think about it. You know, Epic doesn't have all this money coming in every month from another platform. I mean,
Right.
yeah, they do, I guess, with Fortnite, but Fortnite's dead. It's dying. It's going out. It's been on top for so long, it's going out of style. So Microsoft has all
I
these
don't think
games. They're always
like
selling
unless like
consoles. Go ahead.
I don't think Fortnite unless like the entire landscape of gaming changes. I don't think Fortnite's ever not going to be played.
I think it's definitely going to be played, but I think that, I mean, they've already started putting bots in and everything. Like
Yeah,
it's crumbling, is what I'm saying.
like
It's not dead.
it's definitely past its peak, but I don't think it's going to
Correct.
like disappear.
No, I mean, that's not necessarily what I meant. Like, it's just gonna become marbles on Steam. I mean, it's gonna more so be like 100,000 people play it,
Right.
and that's it.
Yeah.
So, so, you're looking at the constant decline of that, but Microsoft doesn't have that. They every month they have. Don't they still charge you for Xbox Gold or whatever?
Yeah, so they've got the console sales coming up.
Right,
They still have people buying discs and digital on their consoles.
right,
They charge for Xbox Gold. They charge
right,
for Xbox Games Pass.
right. So they have all
So
this money still coming
they
in.
are raking in the money.
So they got all this rolling in, right? And then on top of that, if they just start dabbling a little bit in PC, okay, bam, now I got hold fast. I might be losing a little bit of money, or I might not be making as much as I wanted to, but hey, I got hold fast. Bam. Then you take over, Call of Duty. You take Call of Duty
Yeah,
from Blizzard.
yeah,
So bam, there's another one. You start kind of small and you start working up into the more AAA titles,
yeah,
and you're done. Steam's done unless they
yeah.
counteract and say, "All right, we'll give you 50% or whatever to developers or whatever." But then all Microsoft has to do,
I don't think Steam would because Steam's like
no.
known for like it's being like 30%. That's it. Like
Yeah.
you're not getting a cent more.
Yeah, so I don't think Steam would counteract, and even if they did, all Microsoft would have to do is be like, "Oh, we see you have a console too. Buy this game on PC, and here's a free month of Xbox Gold." You know, something like that.
Yeah,
Like
they have so much stuff that they can like bundle together.
exactly.
Plus, Games Pass is becoming so big on like being able to like play. Because if I have Games Pass Ultimate, which
Yeah,
means I get Games Pass on my console, on my PC, and on my phone, so I can stream games to my phone.
exactly. So if you can do all that through one hub, why would you not?
Yeah,
They could do it easy.
yeah,
All right,
yeah.
that
They
was
have like their Games Pass stuff. The laptop I had came with like the Xbox app pre-installed
right,
on all that. So
right,
when I just went to like for
and
my Games Pass stuff, that's when
and
I
they
go through.
can
It doesn't go through Steam.
and they can make it mandatory on every Windows installation. I
Yeah.
mean,
Well,
it's
yeah,
just like
they pretty much they do because it's Microsoft. They own Windows. They can do whatever they
exactly,
want.
exactly. So they could take it over. All they have to do is take one step towards it, and it's over.
Yeah.
Like a
They like
genuine
I
step.
think they already have. I think like with Games Pass being on PC, I think they're working on trying to get it in that way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, like a genuine step, like a big step. Like they're like, hey, we're here. We're taking it over. Like this is ours.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think it's over. I think Steam might as well pack their bags and say sayonara.
Yeah, I get you.
So that was a really long tangent on
Yeah, that was.
How Microsoft is $1 trillion company and they can do whatever the hell they want.
It's honestly, yeah, it's honestly, you think about it and it's honestly kind of scary.
Yeah, definitely. But I think that they'd have better deals.
Yeah.
I don't
I don't know.
really.
Like, yeah, Microsoft does deals you see, like PlayStation does, like PlayStation and Microsoft have like random ass deals here and there, but it's mostly like, I've seen games where it's like, yo, here's a deal, it's like the big in Japan, so here's this, and then they like a week later they're like, oh, here's this other deal, and then you have like half of the games are the same ones.
Yeah. Um. So I guess we'll roll on to our next one now that we've talked about Microsoft for 20 minutes.
Sleepy is apparently a Steam fanboy.
Yeah. I
CS:GO
don't.
free, yeah, yeah.
Not enough people play it.
I don't. Yeah, CS:GO is far away from its peak.
Yeah. But so the new Walking Dead Onslaught also released Friday, I think it was. I think it was on Friday that it came out.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it plays. The Walking
Right.
Dead's like so overplayed. Like
Right.
they're so past their peak right now. Like they've had
Yes.
some pretty cool. Like what was it? Walking Dead Saints and Sinners. So it was
Right.
their VR game, and that was pretty big on Twitch for a while because like a lot of people were having fun with like doing the VR stuff. Like it was pretty neat to do.
Yeah.
So like that was a pretty big thing. But a lot of their Walking Dead games have fallen flat.
Yeah. I wouldn't. I've never watched Walking Dead. I'm one of those people that didn't succumb to the peer pressure. So,
Right.
so I don't have any emotional ties to it. Like all those
Yeah.
games in the show could disappear off the face of the earth, and I wouldn't care.
Yeah, like there's a lot of them that like they were just not good coming out, or like they just didn't have anything going for them other than being, we're a Walking Dead game, come check us
Yeah.
out. So
Um. So then on to our next thing we had from this week: developers of Cyberpunk 2077. Did they announce it or did they just confirm it that they were going to 6-day weeks?
they announced it in their company, and somebody was like, "Yo, we're doing this. We're doing."
I gotcha. So somebody leaked it.
Yeah, somebody leaked it because so it was like a really big thing that CD Projekt Red, who are the developers of Witcher 3, um, said so many times when they were starting development, or when the Cyberpunk 2077 started getting out there. They were like, "Yo, we're not gonna crunch. We're not gonna crunch. Crunch culture is bad. We don't want to make our so many employees go through stress for doing this. Like, we're not gonna do it." And then they went back on their words. They've now moved into
Like every
they
major
now have
corporation.
they now have moved into mandatory 6-day weeks until the game releases in the latter half of November.
Yeah. So that'll be. I mean, I can kind of see why everybody's waiting for it. Like literally everybody, I think.
Yeah,
I've never played
yeah.
Cyberpunk, but I'm waiting for it. So
Just today or the day before, they put out a new live action commercial with Keanu Reeves.
right. Like it looks like it's gonna be cool. So
Yeah, like it got so much hype. Fucking, I'm gonna go with halfway, at least halfway, because Keanu Reeves is in it. Like
yes,
so many people are like, "Yo, Keanu Reeves is in this. He's got
gotta
like
have
a
it.
role where he looks like Keanu Reeves, but with a beard, or
Yes,
like a slightly beard." So
gotta have it. Gotta have it.
yeah. But like, just like even without like all that, I think it looks like an amazing game, and I honestly cannot wait for it to come out.
Agreed.
Like I think it was inevitable but I think it was still kind of sketchy. They were like, "Yo, we're not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it," and then they start
Yeah,
uh, crunching.
I think that sucks, but it's expected.
Yeah, it was pretty much inevitable. Like you knew, like nothing that big was gonna come out without them being like at the last minute being like, "Fuck, we need to make sure everything is perfect." You know?
Right. Correct. I mean, that's the same reason. This kind of jumping point. Same reason why World of Warcraft Shadowlands is delayed. That whole DLC
Yeah,
got delayed because they didn't feel like everything was
said
perfect yet.
until after the new year, right?
No, they don't have a release date yet,
Oh,
which kind
really?
of
They just
sucks.
delayed it indefinitely.
Yeah, so they
Oh, that's
say that they're aiming for the end of this year, but they don't have a date set yet. So
right.
that kind of sucks for people. That's kind of what got me back into gaming recently. Not necessarily Shadowlands, but
Wow.
they had WoW. It was like Burning Crusade. It was free, but you had to pay your subscription or whatever to Blizzard,
Right.
and that's what
Yeah,
got me heavy
I
back into
never,
gaming.
I never played World of Warcraft, but I like the universe. I played Warcraft 3. Like, I think the universe is really neat, and
Yeah,
they've done a lot of really cool stuff with um, World of Warcraft. And like even just recently, they had what was it, that the WoW Classic, where it was just like old WoW, like
yeah,
original WoW,
yep,
without any of the DLC or anything.
yep. That's what I had been playing, and what I heard is they're just gonna slowly keep on inching it back in. So like
Yeah.
right now it's at
Oh, is
Burning
it?
Crusade, and then so
Is it?
then
They're gonna like
then next,
reinitialize everything.
yeah, it's kind of weird. That's what I heard. I didn't read it anywhere. Somebody just told me, but
Yeah, I haven't heard of that at all. That'd be like I think that'd be weird but neat. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
because the one I was playing was Burning Crusade. That was the DLC. Then the next
Right.
DLC after that was Lich King, which is like my favorite. That was like my favorite DLC. So if
Right.
they, in all honesty, if they launch that
Make
right
sure they
now,
attach
if they launched it within the next month, I'd probably be playing the hell out of it.
that.
No lie. Like I'd
Yeah,
probably
I think that would be neat. I think it would be interesting to see because like it was such a big thing back in the day. Like
yeah.
peak WoW was like insane.
Oh yeah. I got to play during peak WoW and it was the best. Like that was a I don't know. I was kind of in between Halo and that. Like they were both blowed up pretty big at the same time, I feel like.
Right. Yeah.
And I got to
Plus,
live
like
through that and no game's the same because
it's pretty funny like the crossover of people who don't play WoW at all, but are like really big on Halo, or don't play Halo at all and are really big on WoW. Like
yeah.
you can tell who was like, yeah, I'm a WoW guy when that came out, or I'm a Halo guy when that came out. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. But what sucks, I think, is like, so I feel like it went WoW got big. WoW just popped off, bam, really big. Halo, like Halo 3, that popped off, got really big. And then you had your Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Right.
And I feel like all those games fed off of World of Warcraft, and I feel like they were so good because of like the culture that it kind of cultivated.
Yeah.
Like it was, dude, those games were so good, and I can't figure out why.
Yeah.
Cannot figure out for the life of me why I enjoyed playing those games so much. Makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
But speaking of Call of Duty, they released a new sniper rifle. I have not seen it, and I'm playing it right now. I have not seen it. I have not picked it up.
The
Um,
only thing I've heard about it is that it's stupid OP. I looked
yes,
at an article earlier, and they were saying you can like it's the fastest firing with the most damage, or not fast firing with the most damage, but like damage to fire rate wise, it's the best, and you
yes,
can quick scope really well. Like it's like supposed to be stupid good for quick scoping.
yes. I was reading an article as well, and it said that it was basically like a deadly laser pointer. like like they said the range on it is stupid. It's
Yeah,
it's just ridiculous.
yeah.
I mean, it
It's
sounds cool.
bug just put in chat. Really strong.
Yeah. Apparently
Excellent.
it's
But
even worse in multiplayer though. Apparently
yeah,
multiplayer is like
yeah, like
crazy.
multiplayer, I'm sure it's like fucking nuts.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting. I'm waiting to actually see it or grab one or whatever, you know.
Right.
Something else interesting that we got, Flight Simulator. just announced support for the next 10 years.
One shot upper torso always. Wow.
That sounds like the op in
Yeah,
Valorant.
honestly, sounds like the op in Val.
So if you
Which
find
like if
one
you think
guy that's
about it,
good with
yeah,
it,
because the op in Valorant is pretty much like if you're good with the op, like that's it. Like I've seen people like no matter what, like
yes,
close, far, you're
like
done.
you. On
Not me.
occasion, on occasion,
On
you
occasion,
you
yeah,
are
on occasion.
you are
On occasion,
occasionally
I
the
can lift
best
my
person
power.
I've ever seen with the op. On occasion,
Yeah, but I've
on
seen like there
average,
are people who like like that's all they do is like practice with the op and play with the op. So like
yeah,
they're just close range, far range, and
right,
I'm sure like having something like that in Call of Duty is gonna be just killer.
yeah. I couldn't imagine. But the new flight simulator that just came out, when was that? Earlier this year?
Yeah, Microsoft Flight Simulator came out a couple of months ago. Like it's
Yeah,
been pretty short. Like it just came out not too long ago.
yeah,
Unless like because of quarantine, everything's been dragging together, which it has. But I don't know.
yes,
You know.
yeah, definitely. But they just announced that they will have support for the next 10 years on that thing.
Yeah, the developers, the main developers, what was
Osobo
it?
Studio.
Asago?
It's
Asago?
Osobo. Yeah. OSOBO Studio.
Right.
I don't know how to
Uh,
pronounce it.
yeah, they've announced that they're gonna like support it and update it and make sure everything's like one to one. Because like right now, I know when it launched that they relied a lot on like machine learning, and they
Yeah.
were like, "Here's this building, and this is what the building like the size and the dimensions and shit." And
Right.
then they just went like the machine kind of filled in and like said, "Okay, this building in this way is like an apartment block," you know.
Yeah.
That's
Huh.
what it made it look like. So I know it came up with like a lot of weird things where like they didn't for some reason they didn't uh, hand texture Buckingham Palace. So
Yeah.
the machine learning thing saw Buckingham Palace and was like, "This is a set of apartment blocks," and so that's like the skin was on Buckingham Palace.
That's funny.
Yeah, so they've had some problems like that right to begin with, but I know they were going through them pretty quick. So
Yeah.
they've already said right now that they're gonna like update it and have support for it for like 10 years.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Which is crazy because like most like even the really popular games unless it's like a live service game like or like mmos like WoW and stuff like that
Yeah.
don't get service for 10 years, you know,
No.
like that's nuts. Call of Duty you get service for maybe like 3 or 4.
Yes. And then that's like a long time and nobody's playing it at that point.
Yeah, that's a long time for Call of Duty, yeah, for facts. Like normally it's
I
like maybe a year or two.
I would almost pay I would pay more for a Call of Duty game if it lasted longer.
Yeah, honestly, like if they didn't do it a yearly thing because like
Right.
doing it a yearly thing, you got to imagine that they're running out of ideas. Like they're
Yes.
already like they've already like decided. Yeah, Modern Warfare was a remaster. This new one is going to be kind of a remaster on Black Ops One. So like
Right.
they are definitely running out of ideas. So if they took the time and were like, okay, let's put one out and then support it for like 4 or 5 years and put out new
Right.
content for 4 or 5 years, like I would have that hands down because it's gonna that
Yep.
means I don't have to buy another one in fucking
Right.
a year.
I'd
You know
pay
what I mean?
$100 for it if I had to.
Yeah.
Like that's a
Plus,
lot
you
of
have
money to
to
drop, but
like a lot of people drop stuff on like DLC maps and DLC guns and costume.
right.
Like they've now got like boxes and shit that you can spend money on. Like they're
Right.
gonna a reboot. That's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sleepy's right. The new one's a reboot of Black Ops One.
Really.
Yeah, so it's basically like taking the story of Black Ops One and like giving it like a different twist and like
Mm.
this is it if it was like how we would do it now. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I would too. I'd pay $100 for it. Easy, but and it wouldn't be hard to do because instead of having people buy DLCs or whatever, you just release new maps every couple months, 3 months, whatever. You know, you release new
Yeah,
maps, you add a couple guns, you try a different game mode every couple weeks. Like it would
yeah,
not be hard
like
to do.
like they're definitely gonna get money. Like I'm sure they're gonna be like, yo, here's a new gun, and because of this is a new gun. Like they've already got games. They like the new Call of Duties all have season passes because
Right.
they want to spend the money on it.
Yep.
So like there's no doubt they're gonna have season passes. They're gonna have microtransactions. Like they
Right.
can make the money. Plus, you would imagine that you wouldn't put as much in supporting a game as you would making an entirely new one. You know what I mean?
Right. I would imagine. I mean, I don't do it for a living, so I don't know. But
Yeah, I have no idea. I could be totally wrong. It may be cheaper to make a new game. I may be
yep,
just off my fucking rocker.
yeah,
But you
that's
would
almost
imagine that.
it's almost like it'd be newer to or better to buy a new car every year. You know, like that's how
Yeah,
I imagine it.
yeah, honestly. So you'd imagine that they would be making more and spending less if they did support for a game.
Yeah, here's something that Bug said: have 4 different
Yeah,
single player stories.
I've
So
never played Black Ops One. Or are we talking about just in general? Or are we talking about like as for? Yeah.
I
Oh, I
you
see
didn't.
what you mean. Doing like a World War One, two a campaign, a World War Two campaign.
Oh, like seasons.
Yeah, doing like, hey, here's the next campaign is out and it's gonna be like the next major war, Cold
Yeah,
War.
but how
Yeah,
many? I agree that'd be cool, but how many people actually play campaign?
yeah.
I
The
haven't played
selling
Modern Warfare's campaign.
I have, but I think hands down, their biggest selling point is their multiplayer and right now their battle royale.
Right. I mean I agree. I definitely agree that there's a market for campaign, but it's very
Yeah, no,
small.
like there are definitely people out there, but they're hands down their selling point is the multiplayer.
Yeah. That's I mean that's where they're gonna make all their money.
Yeah,
That's like I said, I don't play it. You know, I don't play campaign. But I would agree with Bug if it was seasons and the first campaign was World War I. All right, cool. You know, you make the multiplayer like that, and then you go to the
yeah,
next one. It's World War II. You make the multiplayer like that. That would be pretty
right.
cool. You're just using the
Yeah,
same engine. You
plus
can
like at the same time, like we talked about, if you're doing a battle royale at the same time, doing the maps, like each
right.
season having a
Yep.
new map, World War One map, World War Two map,
Right.
and then you can also go back and play the old maps or whatever. I think that'd be wild.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I think that's a really interesting selling point is the new guns from a
Right.
different war, a
Yep.
different era. Like that would be like a really neat thing to go off of. Like, what's your favorite era to play as
Right.
for the guns?
And
Like, I'm
then
sure there are some people who would hands down only play a certain era because they're like, this is the
right.
gun I use. This is the gun I'm best with. I can pop off with this thing.
Right. Well, I think it's about time for us to wrap our podcast up. We have gone for a solid hour now,
Yeah,
and
that was a good one.
yeah, and not run out of things to talk about. So
Yeah.
I think that's good.
All right,
But
you have Vietnam. Yeah, Vietnam one would be cool. They haven't done Vietnam for a long time. That's
yeah,
something they can go back to. Um,
I think Black
so
Ops One was kind of that
are you
though.
gonna keep playing some more Call of Duty?
Yeah, I'm gonna run an ad real quick, kind of go to the bathroom, reset, and whatnot, and then I'm gonna
All
get
right,
back on call. I don't know if I'm gonna get on Call of Duty or Grand Theft Auto. I've
all right.
been
Well, you
really
shoot me a
craving.
message when you get on Valorant, and I'll come play with
Okay,
you.
all right, I might jump on now then, if you're gonna play.
No, I'm gonna do some stuff right now. So I'm saying later we can play.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, how about you shoot me a message whenever you get back online then,
All
or
right.
whenever you're ready to play.
Oh, it was Vietnam Black Ops One. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna play. Actually, I'm not gonna play anything. I'm gonna be on later and play some Valorant. If we want to get a team together for that, looks like Bug maybe
Yep.
wants to play.
Yeah, I'm down. That's cool. Thanks for dropping in on the podcast. Thanks for
Yeah, you guys have a good time playing your games until we get to